Hi, welcome to the I Am the Monad Tarot. Pisces, this will be your reading. I'd like to say thank you first to all my subscribers. Thank you for the likes, the comments, and the shares. All right, Pisces, let's get into your reading from the Alien Tarot. Pisces. Just one more butterfly shuffle is what I'm hearing, Pisces. Last but certainly not least, right? Give you a nice three-way split here, Pisces. Okay. Two shuffles. One, two. All right, Pisces. Let's get into it, Pisces. All right, Pisces. Okay. I'm hearing Pisces is a winner, okay? I know people talk a lot about Pisces. They talk about a lot about Aries too. I'm an Aries, okay? I'm a Pisces in Vedic though, all right? But nevertheless, let's stay focused, okay? But, Pisces is always a winner in my book. Every time I do a Pisces reading, it comes out, it's just really good readings, all right? Good energy here, okay? But Pisces, you most certainly are a winner, okay? Wow, I'm hearing you defeated them and they lost, whoever that is, Pisces. Okay, maybe someone was trying to steal from you, okay, trying to take your abundance, wanted you to be a loser, wanted you to come in last, Pisces. Okay, I'm here, but there is no way I'm coming in last. Okay, so you had it set in your mind that you was not going to come in last, and you most certainly are not going to come in last. You didn't come in last, all right? This was an energy I feel like who just simply did not know, what they were doing. Okay. I feel like they might have talked a lot, talked big game, okay, but didn't have all of that, it didn't have anything to back up all that big talk. Okay. A big talker. Okay. Also, I'm hearing a big spender. Okay. But doesn't really have anything to back it up. They just talk. Okay. All right. You're probably lying too. That's usually comes with territory. All right. Um, just not balanced, not in harmony. I'm here, not in alignment, okay, with themselves. They didn't really, whatever this was about, I don't know if this was a contest or something like that, but whatever it was about, like they didn't really have anything to show, okay? I feel like they didn't have the experience that you have. Okay, they want to challenge you. They want to be able to challenge you. I mean, and they want to win, but they can't. Okay, because they're just a big talker. I keep hearing a big spender too. Okay, maybe they just don't know how to save their money. Okay, I mean, ain't no wrong with spending. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But you want to be able to save it. That's what that's what we're supposed to say. But save your money. Money meant to be spent. Okay, they call it currency for a reason. But anyway, as you put out, it comes back. Shit. But I just feel they didn't have much. Okay, to show for all the talk. Okay, I'm just hearing lack of experience, lack of knowledge, okay, that just lacking, okay, in the area of, knowledge, business. I get a lot of stuff about business for Pisces, okay, when it comes down to, but it may not be like a business, but when it just comes down to business, they just don't have the experience, the know-how, but I'm also hearing the stick-to-itness, okay, that you have, okay, so they could not succeed, okay, in the realm that you're in. They want to be able to defeat you, but god damn, for what? Okay, just stay in your own fucking lane, do you. But they're so focused on you, Pisces. They want to be able to defeat you, okay, but they cannot defeat you. They cannot beat you. They cannot win, okay. But the thing, I want to say is stop trying to, okay. With this person, it's not even a matter of waiting for something to come in, okay, their ships to come in. Ain't no ships. They haven't built any ships. They haven't gone out to get the wood, okay, to chop down the trees, to figure out what kind of wood they need, where are those trees at, that have that kind of wood, and get the axe and everything they need to chop down the tree. Okay, and to get the wood. In other words, they haven't done the work. Preparedness, I'm hearing. They simply are not prepared. Okay, they're not prepared to go up against you. Okay, but why do they want to? See, this person is in competition with you. Okay, They want to be in competition. They are in competition with you. Okay. I'm hearing silent competition. Okay. They don't let the world know that they're competing with you. Okay. Do you even know? I mean, what this is all about? Okay. But anyway, let's keep on going here. All right. Hmm. It's like, again, they haven't done the work. Okay. Whatever the work is that they need to, they haven't planted any seeds, okay, to bring for anything to grow, to compete with you, Pisces. They just want to be the star of the show. So maybe they look at you as a star and abundant and everything. Maybe that some people's admiration can turn to jealousy, okay, as opposed to, well, it can turn to jealousy if they simply don't want to do the work that you've done, okay, or whatever. It don't have to be the specific work that you've done, the work period. So it just turns into jealousy. Okay, and then it's two could be looking at you. They may look at you and say, "Oh, you've done all of this work. I can't do that." So this is a person I feel like they don't believe in themselves. Okay, I could never plant the seeds that Pisces has planted. Okay, they just got a lot of devil energy, and this person I feel like because they're in this energy, I mean foul, because they're in this energy here. It's like this dark entity here. Okay, this devil in energy. It's just I'm hearing malleable. They're easily manipulated. Okay, to go to the dark side. Okay, who I did a reading like this. Oh, the what reading was that? A collective reading. Okay, that energy kind of came out. Okay, to go to the dark side here. All right, to be kind of molded and shaped to whatever this dark energy and dark entity wants to mold them and shape them into. I mean, a liar, a manipulator, and a fraud. And I'm not saying this person that's up against you, but of course, this devil energy. Okay, the Bible tells us, I call it a manual. It calls us that Satan is the father of lies. Okay. But hell, he can make the lies, or the entity, the energy can make the lies look so fucking good. Okay, I'm here. I believe you. That's what this person said. I believe in you. That's what I feel like this person said to this devil energy. I believe in you. The devil don't give a fuck if you believe in him or not. But the devil is slick and sly. Oh, thank you. I need someone to believe in me. Okay. It's kind of like what they say about that snake. The person who helped the snake. The snake was on its last leg. The woman came along, nursed the snake back to health, and the snake bit her. What you do that for? Because, bitch, I'm a snake. The fuck? That's what I do. Okay, so this is the same thing. This person can tell the devil or whatever this dark energy that came to it, I believe in you. Okay, because this devil can sell a sob story. Okay, look how nobody loves me. Everybody loves God. Okay, look at how they treat me. They demonize me, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I believe in you. This devil don't give a fuck about none of that. And, oh, okay, you do. I'll help you. Okay, and then I'm going to stick it to you. Why? Because that's what I do. I'm the fucking devil here. Okay, not me, of course, for the smart asses out there. All right, but understand. Okay, and I feel trickster. I mean, that's what he is. Shit, but he tells you what he is. This is what I do. This is who I am. Okay, the devil is a trickster, and I feel like this person was tricked, used, and manipulated by this person. And I don't know what the competition thing was all about and everything. See, this whole thing about you won, you may not even be in that state of mind, Pisces. This might be whoever this person is. This may be their state of mind looking at you saying Pisces won. Well, you ain't even thinking about that shit. Okay. But I feel like this devil energy, whatever they promised this person, okay, or made this person, and that's another thing, made this person to feel like, they were just as good as you. They were just as abundant as you. They were just as smart as you, as experienced as you, as thriving as you, so on and so forth, even though they haven't put the work in. Okay. They just see the end result of the work you put in, and I can be that too. Sure, you can be that too, but you have to do the work. But what you want to be too is you after you've put the, as you put the work in and after you put the work in. You don't want to be Pisces, okay? But this person may not have understood. I'm hearing guilt, okay, or guilt free or guilt ridden, okay? But there's an issue of guilt here. Okay, maybe guilty of getting involved or allowing themselves to be used and manipulated by this devil energy here. See, that kind of, this devil energy will take your soul, especially people like that, okay, who are desperate. I'm hearing desperate measures, will take desperate measures. This person here may not be doing well financially, okay, like they just out of money, and they may feel as well as that there's just no love in their life, okay, like nobody loves them. Okay, well, maybe that's the sob story. The devil sold them, so now that's the story that they have. Okay, I mean, they've become what they retreated to. They retreated to this devil. Okay, all right, let's keep on going, Pisces. Okay. I feel like, was this a child of yours, Pisces? Okay, or maybe someone that you helped along the way. Someone that you loved on. See, I feel like, yeah, this is someone in your life, Pisces, who I feel like is much younger than you. Okay. Now they could be younger than you in chronological age, or they could just be a younger soul than you, a younger spirit or whatever than you. Or also just be younger than you in like the fact that you put in a certain amount of work to your life to build your life and they had not done that. Okay. At a certain point. Doesn't mean they couldn't do it. Okay, just hadn't done it, but nevertheless, I feel like this was someone that was younger than you, and I feel like you showed this person. I taught them much, but I don't know if it was something like, well, here, sit down so I can teach you something. No, I don't think it was that. I just think that it was more or less like you just showed them a world, okay, that they had not seen before, right? Hold on, let me see something. You know what? Somebody might have came along and whispered some shit in this person's ear to make them feel as though they weren't as good as you or as smart as you. Yeah. Or they got in this energy, okay? King of Wands signifies a loss or misuse of power, impulsiveness, ruthlessness, or a lack of direction. Okay, let me see. This was someone. They said some things to this person. They lied to this person. Okay, it made them feel like they weren't good enough. I'm not sure that they made them feel anything concerning you. Okay. I thought they could have, possibly. But I feel like this was more or less, they made them feel like they were not worthy, okay, of life and living itself. Okay. You ain't no good. This might have been an abuser in this person's life. I feel like this is someone who abused this person. And their words, their evil-hearted words, yeah, like stayed with them. Someone from their childhood. Could have been, a parent, a sibling, a grandparent, something like that. But I feel, or just some adult that probably should not have been anywhere near them when they were a child, but they said some things. They broke this, oh Lord, they broke this child's heart, okay? And they made them feel as though they were nothing, okay? They told them, okay, you would be nothing. You'll grow up to be a nothing. I mean, just like me. This is what they told them. Okay. And this, this was a seed that was planted in this person's mind here. So I kind of understand now. So they had a feeling of, so why even try? Because I feel like this was something that was said to them when they were a child, very young. See how the mind is open there? Okay, you can see, okay, the cups, but the head is open. That's what they were pouring into them. They weren't pouring anything any kind of abundance into them. Oh, you're great. You can do whatever you want. And you're magnificent. Look at you. And you're the most wonderful child I've ever seen and known. You know, I got your, you got my support. I love you. Look at all how talented and wonderful you are. Blah, blah, blah. They didn't say things like that to them. That's not what they poured into them. They poured a spirit of hatred into them. They wanted this child, this person here, to be like a nothing and a nobody. Bringing a tower into this person's life. I mean, before they could even really live. I feel like this child, okay, now I'm calling them a child, but when they were a child, they were so down and depressed, okay? And I'm hearing like nobody could see it, okay? Or nobody would see it. Okay. Especially if this was a family member, because people have a tendency, unfortunately, these families have a tendency to protect the abusers, okay, and let the victim just mope around and don't do shit for them and call them all kind of names. What's wrong with you? Call them all kind of names, you know, and make it even worse and show them that they're not worthy. Did you do anything to protect the child? Okay, so maybe you didn't know, but when you found out, you see the child moping, something got to be wrong. Oh, you don't want to face the abuser. You don't want to face the fact that somebody may have abused your child. Okay, or you maybe you were the abuser, but it was some other adult in the child's life, okay, when they were a child. I mean, this is what they leaned on. This is what they practiced. So this might have been something that went on in this person's family. Okay. I feel like the spirit of justice here, okay, was brought into this person's life here, okay, through you. Okay. Right under this page of Pentacles here is this Two of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you again showed this person a whole new world, a whole new way of being, a whole new way of living, a life that the home that they came from and the family that they came from, they weren't showing them that. Okay, we don't care. This is what we are. We're abusers. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, and there's some people out there like that. It's a goddamn shame. You would think that the people, everybody would want to have a spirit of, you know, getting rid of abuse. No, unfortunately, that's not the case. Okay, they'll hold on to it like their life depended on it. This is what we do. Okay, and I feel like this is the energy here. Okay, with this person that you're dealing with. Okay, and yet you showed them. Okay, so many different things. Okay. And again, you may not have even come across like, I'm a teacher. I'm gonna teach this child something. Okay, this person something. Okay, but I don't think it was. I think just the life you lived. Okay, and they learned some things, and I feel like they looked at you as though you were exactly what this King of Wands in reverse that was in this person's life told them that they would never be or could never be. And you look so happy and so abundant. Okay. But I feel as though because of this dark seed that was planted in this child's life, they were stuck there, emotionally stunted, okay, and stayed right there. This person lived in the dark, okay, and of course I don't mean like a dark room, but here mentally, okay, in a very dark, demented even space. It became so dark, I feel like it became demented, and they might have sad things is right under this devil card. See, this devil energy, these kind of energies, these demonic entities and whatnot, they like this shit. They love it. Because when people are human beings, you know, are in this state of mind, oh, that just give them something to feast off of. Okay, dark entities, demonic spirits, so on and so forth, and play with their fucking mind. They love, the devil don't give a fuck about. Are you kidding me? Okay, I don't here to love you or to be your fucking friend. Okay, I may give you some shit. Give a bitch what you gonna give me? Because when the boy, he's a cold motherfucker. Okay, like a pimp. You know how pimp do? They get you off the street and whatnot. Get you off the street to get you right back on it. Show you some love, give you some things, a home, some food to eat, maybe some cute, some finery. But bitch, get back out. Bitch, get out there to go to work, okay, and bring me my motherfucking money. Okay, it's a pimp, and that's what I feel like this devil energy did. But this child, because of the negative, dark things that this King of Wands in reverse was saying, okay, to this child, I feel like this child may have retreated here mentally. okay, and went into a world all their own. It was all kind of spirits speaking to this child. Okay. Now, there are plenty of people, spiritists and whatnot, plenty of people who have had spirits speak to them as a child, but not, it's not always in this negative sense. But this child was already in a very dark place. I don't know if this child ever felt love. Okay. Or felt it was selfish. The love that was shown to them was selfish. Again, just like this pimp, what you gonna do for me? Okay. So I feel like money may have always been an issue. See, when you're like this, it's hard to manifest. Okay, from within. You already told that you ain't shit and you ain't gonna be shit. Okay, and not everybody. Some people have a way in which to combat that. Okay, within and overcome. Okay, and some people don't. Okay, and their life just spirals. It's just a tower. Okay, tower after tower after tower after tower. Okay, this person I feel like could not figure out in any way, shape, or form, how to do what it is that you do, how you became who it is that you became. Okay. And you can say, well, I did this, I did that. You may talk about the things that you got started a business. I went to school, or I worked at this job. I started from the bottom, blah, 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 blah. But that's not what it is that this person was seeking. And you may not have known that. Okay. And not that it was necessarily your responsibility either. Okay. But that's like, unless you like a therapist or a psychologist, a psychiatrist or something like that, that wasn't necessarily the kind of work that it was for you to do. But maybe you still could. Some people do that just through love. Okay, but this person, I feel like any love that they might have gotten, they entrusted. Okay, because all they knew was selfish love, and coming from a king of wands in the family that says that we are abusers. They ain't saying it outright, but this here is what we do. This person here, they just gotta suck it up and deal with it. Okay. Anything else about this? Because this is some sad shit. Because I'm sure, Pisces, you don't want to have the feeling of, because everybody got a story. People can do us so rotten, so nasty, and so dirty, but there's a story here. Okay, with this came out sideways for once. This person may have felt like they never had a home and will never have a home. Okay, I'm here like I don't belong anywhere. Okay, this person was cold as ice here. Okay, I'm talking about this King of Wands, but I also feel like this person who did this to you, they might be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, doesn't have to be. I don't know, Pisces, what else to say for this. Let me see if there's anything else. Anything else we need to know about this for Pisces. Pisces, I'm here just stay centered. Okay, this is nothing for you to try to fix or correct. It's not. I'm hearing this person lost, okay, at their own game. Okay. It's unfortunate what happened to them, but you ain't do it. Okay. And again, it's unfortunate. Maybe that's the only way they know how to go throughout life. But I feel like this person is stunted where this unfortunate King of Wands in reverse did this to them. Okay. In that dark space, in that dark place, still as a child. Okay. However, I'm like, what can I tell Pisces? I'm here to move on. Okay. Just continue to live your life. There's nothing you can do for this person. Okay. This person I'm hearing might have done some outright damage to you. Okay. To your life. I'm hearing your soul or tried to. Okay. They wanted to see you down and out hurting bad. Okay. They wanted to compete with you. Okay. They might have even got some kind of, I don't know how, because like what the fuck, but I want to say they might have even got some kind of institutional backing. Okay, they might have what am I trying to say? Maybe reported you to police, things like that. Okay, or some kind of institutional backing in some way, shape, or form. Okay, to try to do you in. Okay, because I feel like the energy here is that they just simply became jealous. Okay, very jealous of you. Okay, didn't want you to win. Amen. But it's like, win what? I mean, like what? Win at your life, succeed at your life. It's your life here. I feel like this person felt like if they didn't want to be rejected. They wanted to be set free. They wanted to, I feel like, fit in somewhere, be loved somewhere. Okay. But interesting, but they didn't trust your love. Okay. Although you showed them a whole new world. And it may not, well, I do feel like they didn't trust it. They didn't trust nobody's love. This person may not have the, have heard people say that, like, a person may not have the capacity to love. I don't know. Is that true? Okay. Or they don't want love, too afraid of it. And I believe that because, honey, there's a lot of people like that in the world. And this old sick, I'm sorry, I hate to be that way, but there is a side. I'm not going to say the whole world is like that, the whole earth is like that, but there is a side to this world that is so dark and so evil and so dismal. And I feel like that people have really, not everybody, of course, but I feel like a lot of people have just given over into it. I mean, but there have been so much manipulation to humanity through the food, through the entertainment, through the music, so many, through these social media apps. So many things have manipulated the minds of humanity. Okay, that it has just become so dark and rigid, and everything. This child may not have had their father in their life. It's just. It's sad, it's sad when people have this dog eat dog world, but okay. But at the same time, somewhere sad, alone, and miserable, okay, and thinking that, they're going to be all right, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Pisces, we're going to move on, okay? I'm here to, can just continue to be the great, abundant person that you are. You can't live for them. Okay, I mean, they'll make it out, okay, in some way. I know what that means, okay, but it's not anything for you to be concerned about. See, you might have shown this person warmth here, okay, a new voyage. This was a new voyage for this person, okay. You showed them a whole new world, okay, but and not taking advantage of, not being a pimp, told them what you're gonna give me, like this King of Wands in reverse, and the rest of whoever this family was that they had to deal with, okay? A new voyage will fill your life with untold memories, but here we have success in reverse. But it says, open your mind and your heart to good things. And I'm only saying that to say that you showed this person warmth, okay? But here they were trying, because they did not feel successful because somebody told them they won't shit. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't want you to be successful, okay, Pisces, but you are, and you continue on in that vein, okay? I'm hearing, don't let it rock the boat. Don't let it rock your boat, okay? All right. If you feel so led, or the God that you serve or pray to or believe in, whatever deity tells you to pray for them, that it's okay to pray for them, okay, but if not, they have to, they just have to go through it. And it's unfortunate because it's not fair. It's not fair to them, but it's not fair to you either. All right, Pisces. I certainly hope that resonated with some Pisces. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monad Tarot, and you all have favor. Peace.